Well, good evening everybody on this very interesting evening. I know there is something sporty going on. I'd actually quite like to be watching it, but I figured that if I don't go live when I say I'm going to go live, then maybe nobody will actually watch. But I don't know whether I'm going to be talking to myself this evening or whether people will actually find me. So for those of you who don't know, I'm Louise Daniels. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. And once a week I go live on my Facebook channel, Lou's Colourful Crafts. I also have an Instagram post page and a little group. So if you haven't found me, please do and try and follow me. If you are watching me live this evening and you're able to, let me know you're watching, because otherwise it's a little bit lonely. Now, about tonight, we on the 1st of December from 11 o'clock in the UK have the last chance sale. This is all the items in the mini catalogue, many of which are greatly reduced while stocks last, because obviously the mini catalogue retires at the end of December. It's all the papers, all the sparkly bits, a lot of the ribbons. It really is a good thing to have a look. I will post the link to the sale in the comments later on. Hi Lorraine. But tonight I'm just going to showcase one or two of the things that are actually retiring. So you might think, oh, I want to get one of those. If you do, just let me know, or let one of your friends who are also a demonstrator know, and we can get them ordered for you. So I'm going to switch cameras without further ado and bring in one of the stamp sets that is definitely retiring. I like this. I haven't used it as much as I thought I have, but then actually I haven't actually even started making my Christmas cards. It's called Christmas Banners. It's photopolymer, and it is what it says on the tin. It's lots of, it does have dies. I didn't get the dies, but you've got these various banners which you can fussy cut. Lots of little Christmas sparkly bits, foliage and things, and some really nice sentiments in quite just an ordinary block font. And I'm going to show you how to use that tonight, just to give you an indication. Where's one I already made earlier? There is one of the banners cut from fussy cut out. It's there, and what you do is you grab one of the, I'm going to grab this one here, one little stamp that says Christmas, like so, and I'm going to pop that one on there. Oh, and I'm going to grab the, oh, I've lost it, don't want merry, want happy. There we go. And just grab a block, because it's photopolymer, suggest you put it down. I'm going to bring in the real red. Hi Caroline. Oh no, wearing the ink. It's going to be one of those evenings. And I'm just going to stamp happy. I'm thinking my mum's watching, but possibly can't comment, so if you are, mum, hello. And there's Christmas, and it's a really nice little set, and as I say, this is going to be in the Christmas sale from the 1st of December. Now, another thing that is this. Hi Chris, oh good, I'm glad the sound's good. This embossing folder, this goes through the big embossing folder. It's called the Whimsical Woodland. I love it. As you can see, it's lots of different trees. Now I have used various embossing folders recently on white card, so what I thought I'd do was to show you how it works. Make a really simple card. If you suddenly think, oh crikey, I haven't got one of those, here it is in the red. I'm hoping you can see that. This is embossed onto real red, and I'm just going to take some glue, which hopefully I've chosen one that's working, and you can either have, it's quite clever this, you can either have the debossed or the embossed raised. I'm going to use the raised side, and the only tip I would say with the embossing folders, I'm always asking people not to use too much glue, but with these embossed images, do make sure you get plenty on. So there is the, oops, oh, I can't see what I'm doing. There is the embossed trees, simple card front that hasn't gone on straight, so let me just get it off quick before it does stick. There we go. I worked out what was wrong with the sound. I had two microphones switched on somehow. I'm not really quite sure how I even did it. And all I'm going to do then is to grab a piece of old olive ribbon, like so, some double-sided tape, and I'm just going to take a stamp here, and I'm going to bring in the same stamps without the banners, and I'm going to have Season's Greetings, and I'm going to just line them up. I actually prefer to stamp them individually. I know some people put them on a block to make a block of stamps. I find I'm a bit scared of actually going wrong, so I tend to just do this one. And Chris has promised me I won't scream too loudly, so we've got Scream Seasons, and then I'm going to have Greetings, like so. And then I'm going to grab, I'm going to keep with, oh, I can't see them for looking. I'm going to grab the little sprucey leafy thingy, what's it? I don't know what it's called, one of these, little sprig. And I'm just going to, reach my arm round and grab the Evening Evergreen, because I love this colour. Should be sad if we lose this in April. I've a bit of a funny feeling we're going to. And I'm just going to make sure I've got plenty of ink on there. If it's a new stamp, I always try and stamp them a couple of times just to make sure they're taking it up. Now I'll just add a little bit of texture to your stamp, a bit more Christmassy to your topper, like so. And oh yes, I think we'll also have, where have they gone? Where's the little berries? There's the little holly leaf. I'm going to put a little holly leaf down the bottom here. One. I love these little stamp sets where you can just add, like so, and then I'm just going to pop that on there like so. I'm going to get some little red blobs, which I thought I had and I can't see them for looking, but with the old olive I'm just going to make a little loop, so about a 6-inch piece, and I just make a little loop, and then I'm going to stick it on the back like so. So you've got some little tails. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I just use a little bit of the double-sided tape to actually use this, and I need to know whether I'm going to put my sentiment at the top, in the middle, or at the bottom. So while I'm peeling off this tape, I'm going to let me know whether I need it at the top, at the middle, or at the bottom. Where are we going to put him? Maybe a while, because this tape won't come up tonight. Oh, there we go. There's one, top, middle or bottom. Right, so I'm going to put a piece of green on, and I'm going to bring it round on itself and pop it out the side, and then I'm going to just top, middle or bottom. I don't like that one, wants to be a bit shorter. I'm thinking bottom. Yes, I'm thinking bottom. There we go. And I seem to have a diet I've been tidying up, which is fatal. I really don't seem to have any sparkles on here this evening. I may have to turn around and go on a sparkle hunt. I think I could be out. Oh, hang on, what have we got down here? These are black. Not very Christmassy, nor very I knew I'd seen some red ones. There we go. So let's just pop 3 little, I've been tidying up, it's fatal. 3 little, 1, 2, 3 holly berries. And there we go, just a very simple card embossed with the red, middle and bottom. Sorry Lorraine, it went on the bottom. So there we go, it's just a very simply embossed card. Now if you wanted to make it a little bit more special, I have done exactly the same on the real red. Let's get all this out of the way. I have embossed a piece, but I've also taken a piece of the Boughs of Holly DSP, which will also retire at the end of December, and it is reduced in the sale again while stocks last. And I've taken a piece of the Boughs of Holly DSP and I'm going to pop it up the top like so, and then this little piece is embossed, a cut strip of, and I'm going to bring in my Wink of Stella. Can't go wrong without your Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to literally go over the embossed side and just paint on my glitter all the way across. I think I nearly need another one. All the way across. There we go, plenty of Winky Stella, and that will just pick up the pattern. Again, I'm just going to glue this piece directly on like so, and pop it on to add a little bit of texture to the base of my card. Push it up just a little bit, there we go. And then just, you could use ribbon, but I just trimmed a little piece of the paper. Ooh. And I'm just going to pop that right across the middle on the opposite side. So it's the two shades of red, it's the cherry cobbler and the real red. I think they work. I love this DSP. Yeah, I know the feeling, Lorraine. Oh, well, I keep making cards and hiding them, as you know about Christmas birthdays, and then I can't remember where I've put them. Then I go around in small circles. Now what I thought I'd do is, I've lost it now, this one that I'd already created. I thought on its own it looked a little bit boring, so another one of the papers that are in the sale is the festive foils. So I'm thinking I'm going to pop that on there like so, but it's looking a little bit flat, so I'm going to grab a piece of this gold shimmer ribbon. I'm going to get a piece of double-sided tape. I love this DSP. I shall be endeavouring to get some in the sale ready for next year, because funny enough I think Christmas might come again next year. Has a funny habit of creeping up on us, doesn't it? There we go. There we go. And I'm just going to take a piece of the gold, just to add a little bit more. Well, it's Christmas, isn't it? So I don't know what I'm adding, but a bit of that. There we go. I find it so much easier with double-sided tape to just quickly add a ribbon. You can tuck them in and round the back and all the rest of it. I'm going to use some dimensionals on here just to raise it up like so. I've got all my Christmas stock down here in a basket, and every so often I look at it and I think I will need to make some more, and I get it out and then I'm going to raise it up again. Why not? It's Christmas. And I just really wanted to show you some of the lovely things that are actually going to disappear. I know we've got an exciting new catalogue coming, and if you want yours, let me know and I can get you one. And that's just really to show you something a little bit more, if you wanted a little bit more masculine possibly, not so flowery, just as sparkly, just real red and cherry cobbler. And then finally, this next card was inspired by a swap I was given in New Orleans, and I hadn't immediately worked out what she'd done. It's an ordinary card, 10.5 centimeters by 15, and then cut 3 flaps at every 5 centimeters. However, that's where there's no fancy folding. It just, all we do is I've used some more of the boughs of holly DSP, and I've got a little piece that is 10 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters wide. And first of all, I'm going to glue this onto the front. I just had a working glue. Oh, there we go. And I'm going to pop that one on that side. I'm going to pop that one on this side. It's ideal, this card, for using up little bits of DSP if you've used a bigger piece to make a card front. And then the interesting thing, and I just think it was really clever, all she's actually done is taken this flap, oh, and I've been told that the sound is good this week, which is pleasing to know, and literally just take that one out the way, the middle one, get it out the way so you don't stick it down. Stick that one down there, so that's stuck down. I've never stuck a card like this in my life, but we're giving it a whirl. I just thought it was really very clever. I had no idea what she'd done until I took the card apart. Oh, you get a Stampin' Up shape with this glue sometimes. There we go. And pop that one down that way. And then in here, first of all, I'm going to pop a little piece of white in the middle, which is where in a moment I'm going to stamp something to say. And then the top piece, I've got another piece of the cherry cobbler festive foils. These come in gold, soft succulent and cherry cobbler, and again I'm going to try and get hands on some of that too. There we go. So you straight away created a slightly different card, and I'm going to bring in, oh, what shall we have? We'll have old Happy again. We'll have Happy, and I don't know if anybody's ever seen this card done like this. Just make sure that is Stampin' Up now. I'm going to just put Happy. I've lost Christmas, it's here somewhere, that's greetings. Where have I put Christmas? There's Christmas. Oh, it's nearly an upside down Christmas. Happy Christmas. On the inside, I could have a little holly leaf. I could indeedy. Stamped off. So it's just enough to write a greeting on it. I'd never seen anything done like this at all. And I'm going to bring in, instead of putting gems on the inside of my card, I'm going to bring in the holly berries, but I'm going to use the real red, and I am, if I can open it. Oh, and I'm just going to use just 2 of them, just like so. There we go. Okay, we've got 3 little berries. Happy Christmas. And then what I've done is I've used the label punch, this one, that looks like this, and you get this label and a slot or a hole, and I've created a little label here, and I'm going to put some more. I'm going to put, oh, what am I going to put? Let's have a see what actually fits on it. That's why I do like these polymer stamps, because you can actually see where they're going. And I'm going to, let's see, will that fit on there? Not really. So let's have a see what other wordlets we've got. We could have, I'm going to bring in another stamp from this set here that says, this one says from all of us, because I think that fits on there, across there. It does. So I'm just going to grab a block and I'm going to go for real red, and I'm just stamping it across the tag. Oops. Note to self, let's just cut another one. Grab a bit of spot of card. Note to self, try your ink. So you literally just punch the card like so, and you take the little thing and you put it into the slot like that, and like that, and we try again. We make sure got some ink on our stamp this time, straight the way across. There we go. And wherever my little holly leaf has gone, I've lost him already. He'll be on this table somewhere. I'm going to use a little bit of the green spriggy thing, because I've eaten the holly leaf or something. A bit of green. There we go. Little bit of green. Little bit of green. And then just to finish this one off, look at these inks. I'm going to cut a piece of the gold that is long enough to go all the way around, plus a bit, like so. I'm going to feed it into and through this little label. I'm going to position this like so, pull my ribbon all the way through so it will knot at the back, and then let's just turn him over because I haven't practiced this. Yep, that'll be fine because we'll be able to. So I'm going to put some dimension, that's just equal, I'm going to put some dimensionals. I'm not, because they've walked around the craft room again. Has anybody seen my dimensionals? I had a lot of fun on Saturday at the children's class with dimensionals. They've got several names. Trying to insist that we call earth. Have I done with them? Oh, they're here. Stuck on the bottom of something else. So I'm going to use a couple of dimensionals on here. I'm going to put this right in the middle of my card. Those of you into fussy cutting and whatever, you could add lots of fussy cutting. I'm just going to tie a very simple knot on the back that will just keep the flap down so you can't see what it actually does until you untie it, like so. And then you can turn it over, and again you've got a very simple little card held in place, but if you untie it, it obviously will open up. So I hope you've enjoyed that tonight. It was short and sweet. I wanted just to make sure that lots of you had seen one or two of these stamp sets that are going, because I think these greetings, well, I mean, Christmas is Christmas, it's going to say Christmas whatever. They're a useful font. It's nothing special, it's just a really nice everyday font, and it will be reduced in the next week or so, well, from Thursday. So we have a Happy Christmas card, a From All of Us card, and a Season's Greeting, all made with products that are in the last chance sale this weekend. What else have I got here? No, that's all I was going to do this evening. So I do hope you've enjoyed those. Thanks ever so much for watching me this evening. I will just show you very quickly. I'll just grab a piece of white card and I will just show you how easy it is to use that banner stamp. I'll just grab it there. I'll grab some real red, and there's the banner. So you ink him up like so. Double check you've got plenty of ink and go for it. Turn your paper around the right way so it actually fits. There we go. And as I say, as I demonstrated just now, you can put whatever phrase you want onto these. I'm going to go for a different one this time. Greetings and seasons. And it really does make a very special little sentiment. You're getting ready for Thursday now. Good luck, Lorraine. I hope you get lots and lots of customers. Don't forget to get contact details. You don't want to ask them to pay anything, just ask them to fill in a little form, name, contact details, and pop them in a prize draw for one of your lovely Santa box. But thank you ever so much. So I'll just leave them there. It's been really nice to craft for you this evening. Don't forget to find me on Facebook or Instagram, to share it, and if you've enjoyed it, just find that, if you're watching it on a phone or something, just tap that little love or that little like button. I'd really appreciate it. So thanks ever so much. Take care, and for those of you in my team, I'll see you next week, and then we'll have our team party after this live. So take care, see you soon, bye.